warm welcome to all our listeners. It is Saturday and there is no better way to kick off your weekend than with the signature sound of timeless voices here on Radio Sri Lanka.
තෙලඹුව මැණිකෙට වරම් ලැබුණුදා අරංගලේදී මැණිකෙට වරද ලැබුණුදා රම්පොට තෙලඹුව මැණිකෙට වරම් ලැබුණුදා අරංගලේදී මැණිකෙට වරද ලැබුණුදා මලේ යන්න බැරි මැණිකේ රේණු තැලෙනවා දොලේ යන්න බැරි මැණිකේ දොල බොර වෙනවා කලේ යන්න බැරි මැණිකේ පතුල රිදෙනවා කවි කියන්න බැරි මැණිකේ කුකුර රිදෙනවා රම්පොට තෙලඹුව මැණිකෙට වරම් ලැබුණුදා අරංගලේදී මැණිකෙට වරද ලැබුණුදා රම්පොට තෙලඹුව මැණිකෙට වරම් ලැබුණුදා අරංගලේදී මැණිකෙට වරද ලැබුණුදා
A melody that needs no introduction, a bridge to our most cherished memories. You just heard Ranpota Telambua, the 1988 breakout hit that made our guest a household name. But that track is only one chapter of a remarkable story. Today, I'm honored to welcome a true gentleman of the arts, a powerhouse vocalist who has navigated our industry with grace, integrity, and an unmistakable identity. From his 2 decades fronting legendary bands like Moonsonics, Sam the Man, and Masquerade to masterfully channeling icons like Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck, our guest has truly done it all. He seamlessly bridges the gap between singular pop and western classics, all while balancing an elite career in corporate training. Mr. Nimal Jayamanne, it is a profound privilege to have you here. Welcome to Timeless Voices.
Thank you, Ramesh, and good morning. It's nice to be here back at SLBC, and it's been a long time since I've been here. One thing I must say is Radio Sri Lanka is a station to the nation, and it has always been that. And I'm thankful for SLBC from the time of Radio Ceylon up to now. SLBC has served the local artists so much, and I'm thankful on behalf of the local artists.
You're most welcome. Before we step into the signature hits you are so well known for, I want to take a moment to look back at the very beginning, the moment you first committed a melody to paper. Listeners, it is a rare treat when we get to peel back the layers of a legend. And today, Nimal has shared something truly special with us from his private archives. We are talking about his very first composition, a track titled Tecklenburg.
I was in Germany in 1983. A friend of mine and I, we stayed in a place called Tecklenburg, a little town up north. And I told our friends whom we stayed with, I said that when I get back, I'm going to compose a song for you. And that was the very first song that I composed. And it sings the praises of Tecklenburg.
Nimal, I can only imagine the mixture of nerves and excitement you felt back then, bringing a debut composition to life, and then the monumental task of convincing the powers to be to get it onto the airwaves of Radio Ceylon was no small feat for a young artist. Could you take us back to that time? What was the journey of Tecklenburg from your imagination to the broadcast booth, and what does it feel like to hear those opening notes again after all these years?
Well, it brings back a lot of memories, and I always would like to go back to Tecklenburg one day if time and the opportunity permits, but I do not know whether my friends are still around now. I've been trying to get hold of them, but I've been unable to I don't know where they are. But Tecklenburg, they were looking after a golf club, and we stayed in that environment. And it was a nice, very beautiful place. But see, when I sing Tecklenburg, when I hear Tecklenburg, I always go back and think, how did I do it? I didn't have the composing capacity at that time. But I thought, okay, I must write something. And I sat and wrote this little song, and I got the melody in my head. So I sat with late Ivan Jayaratne, and we did the music. I told him what I exactly wanted, and he obliged, and that's how the song came about.
Sitting in a car, traveling along the outer bound. In a little while, I'll be on a flight homeward bound. When I think of it all, I can't take my mind off the little town where I live, my second home for a time so long. Tecklenburg, you're so beautiful, I'll dream of you. You're so peaceful, so charming and so wonderful. Someday, somehow, I'll come back to you. Tecklenburg, I'm so much in love with you. Tecklenburg, you're the magic lady of Germany. Tell me please you keep a place just for me. I'll never forget how you taught me peace and harmony. I'll sing this song for the world to hear about you and me. Tecklenburg, you're so beautiful, I'll dream of you. You're so peaceful, so charming and so wonderful. Someday, somehow, I'll come back to you. Tecklenburg, I'm so much in love with you. Tecklenburg, you're so beautiful, I'll dream of you. You're so peaceful, so charming and so wonderful. Someday, somehow, I'll come back to you. Tecklenburg, I'm so much in love with you. Tecklenburg, I'm so much in love with you. Tecklenburg, I'm so much in love with you.
A truly nostalgic start to our journey today. Hearing that early melody, it is clear that the spark was then from the start. A reminder that every legend starts with a single hopeful note. Nimal, looking at that incredible journey from those early days frontiering legendary groups like Moonsonics and Gaylord Revival to becoming the solo powerhouse we know today, it feels like you lived several musical lifetimes. As we move into the heart of this morning's conversation, you selected She's My Kind of Girl to set the tone. It is a track that feels both intimate and expansive. What is it about this specific melody that makes it the perfect opening note for the journey we are taking through your musical tastes today?
Well, I heard this song a long time ago, sung by Tom Jones, but his version was something quite different. And when I thought I'd do something jazzy, I found this track and I got it adjusted, and it gave me some kind of feeling that, he was singing about some lady. The words itself fascinated me. So I thought I must sing it, and I dedicated it to my granddaughter who's in Canada. And I made a video clip with my granddaughter in it, and it's on YouTube. So if you type She's My Kind of Girl by Nimal Jayamanne, that particular video comes out.
Wonderful, and here it is, She's My Kind of Girl.
She walks like an angel walks.
talks like an angel talks, and her hair has a kind of curve, and to my mind she's my kind of girl. She's white like an angel's wife, oh, with eyes like an angel's eyes, and her smile kind of like her pearl. Ah, to my mind, she's my kind of girl. Pretty little face, that face just knocks me off of my feet. Pretty little feet, she's really sweet enough to eat. She looks like an angel looks. She even cooks like an angel cooks. And my mind in a kind of, 'cause to my mind she's my kind of girl. Pretty little face, that face just knocks me off of my feet. Pretty little feet, she's really sweet enough to eat. She looks like an angel looks. She even cooks like an angel cooks. She's my kind of girl. Oh, to my mind, she's my kind of girl. Yes, to my mind, she's my kind of girl.
Nimal, you have been a steadfast presence in the music scene for decades. Looking back at your early beginnings, what was that initial spark or the specific environment that first drew you into the world of music? And how has the original inspiration shaped the artist you are today?
That's a question that I don't know how to answer. Because I do not come from a so-called musical family. But I remember one of my mother's brothers who used to sing Jim Reeves on a lower note than Jim Reeves sang, right? We used to call him baritone, right? And my first role model was, you wouldn't believe, it was J. Milton Pereira, right? And I used to love his song called Vada Karala Ivara Nometa Deviyane. That was my favorite song. But then after some time when the Beatlemania came in, we grew up in an English-speaking background. My parents spoke English. I was at St. Joseph's. My colleagues and peers were all English-spoken. And so when the Beatlemania came in, I sort of was attracted to those songs. But then, gradually, when Engelbert and Tom Jones came out into the open, I found that my range was somewhere there, right? So Of course, Tom Jones's range is beyond me, but because he's inimitable. But I thought I learned something out of listening to them singing, their notes and their diction and the way they belted out the song and everything. I thought, okay, this is my kind of music. So I pursued songs of those artists, plus John Rolls, Solomon King. Those are the kind of songs. And locally, I was attracted to Desmond De Silva, right, for his rendition of Bailas. So when I joined Moonsonics, my band leader never allowed me to sing Sinhala. He said, no, you don't sing Sinhala. You just sing English because your songs like Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, that's your forte. So I stuck to that. And then when I came out with Ranpota Telambua, which was an accident really, I took the song and played it to him. He said, what the hell have you done? What is this? This is rubbish, he said. I said, no, this is a hit. To be popular in Sri Lanka, you have to have a Sri Lankan song. My passion is for Western music, but this is what has brought me today to the masses. So that's how I became popular. But I still love my ballads and my Western music. I will still go on with it.
You are often associated with a golden era of Sri Lankan music, including the rhythmic appeal of calypso and classic pop. How do you view the evolution of the Sri Lankan musical landscape from the time you started your journey to the present day?
Well, Ramesh, it is... let me put it this way. When we started, we didn't have this kind of technology. Although we spoke English, it was an alien language to us. Sometimes I find it difficult to find the words as we hear, you see. So, because we were not used to the pronunciation of the foreign language. So, sometimes we used to pronounce the words as we heard it, which was completely wrong. But today, go into Google and you can find all the songs. And also, technologically, you can sort of rewind and replay a song 1,000 times to find the proper melody, the notes, everything, which we did not have. I remember when during our time, SLBC commercial service, when we hear a song, we start writing the first 2 lines and then in the middle another 2 lines and at the end. So when the song is repeated after 2 weeks or 1 week, we start writing the rest of the lyrics. That's how we learned the song. So, but today it is completely different. Today's generation, today's musicians have all the equipment, all the facilities because technologically we have advanced so much. But I would say if you go to a recording studio, you don't have to be a good singer to sing a song today. You can adjust your notes through the computer. That is not what I would like to do. Because if I go to a studio and sing, I want to be perfect in every note that I sing. Right? But today, it's sad to say, what you hear is not 100% authentic. Technology is good, but you should know when to use it and how to use it.
You have chosen More I Kiss Your Picture as our next track. This song carries such a distinct romantic nostalgia. What is it about the composition or the lyrics that makes it a must-have in your personal collection?
Well, it's how someone has lost his love and he still craves for her. And it happens all the time. It's a part of life. Let's say someone is in love with someone and he or she moves away. And then what happens? You're heartbroken for some time. And then gradually you get over it. But this song is based on the time that he's pining over her. That's why it's the more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. All right? So he's still getting over it.
The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. Oh darling, why did you have to go? Come back, I need you so. When I touched your hand, I realized the story ended there and you're not mine. But how could I just stop and let you go? I could only beg of you, please don't go. The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. Oh darling, why did you have to go? Come back, I need you so. I'll fight to get you back some sunny I'll pray to heaven someday you'll be mine, and I'll keep on loving you till the end of time. The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. Oh darling, why did you have to go? Come back, I need you so. While still there is a chance to get you back, I'll keep trying though I feel so bad. How on earth can I just stand and let you go? Oh baby, baby, I need you, don't you know? The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. Oh darling, why did you have to go? Come back, I need you so. The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I think about you, the more I die. Oh darling, why did you have to go? Come back, I need you so. Come back, I need you so. The more I think about you, the more I die. The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry. The more I kiss your picture, the more I cry.
If you have just joined us, a very warm welcome back to Timeless Voices on Radio Sri Lanka. I'm Ramesh Piris, and we are currently in conversation with the legendary Nimal Jayamanne. We are deep into his musical journey, and we have plenty more stories and songs to share this Saturday morning. Nimal, songs like Ranpota Telambua have resonated with listeners for a long time. When you are composing or selecting a song to perform, what are the specific elements, the melody, the lyricism, or the emotional depth that you prioritize to ensure it connects with the audience's soul?
Well, if you ask me about composition, it's different. Well, I'm not a huge composer myself. I'm a very novice at the game. Let me say that. But when I compose, I try to be very simple so that anybody can understand my words. I don't go into hidden meanings. But when I go on stage, I generally, what I do is I slowly, if I can, I go ahead of time and look at the audience. Because, Ramesh, now, at the moment, I'm speaking, let's say we are together here. You're my audience. I'm talking to you. Similarly, I always believe whether you speak to a person, speak to a crowd, write a letter, write a book, write an article, your audience is the ones who are reading it. So you got to understand your audience and deliver it to them. Number one, your audience has to be understood by you. If you don't understand your audience, you're nowhere. So when I go on stage, I sometimes, generally what I do is I practice about, if I'm doing a spot, let's say, of about 3 songs, I practice about 5 songs to play with. And then looking at the audience, okay, one song is my signature song, Ranpota Telambua, it go down anywhere. But the other songs, I will look at the audience and deliver. But I would say I'm still nervous for the first few seconds when I go on stage.
Nimal, we have spoken extensively about your command of the stage, the technical vocal range, the ears in the club circuit, and the way you hold an audience's attention. But there is a fascinating duality to your career. Many of our listeners know you not just as a vocalist, but as an elite corporate trainer. When you step out of the studio and into the boardroom, do you find that the performer in you still at work? I'm curious, how does the discipline of being a frontman and that innate ability to read a room translate into your methodology for executive coaching and professional development?
I do perform on stage, and when I get into a lecture, I transform my performance from the big stage to the smaller platform. That's what I do. Because I do not believe in reading out a script when I get out onto the smaller platform. What I do is I sometimes practice my speech 30, 40 times over and over again and get the gist of it. Because sometimes when you're lecturing, you can be disturbed by a member of the audience. If you are just focused on the script, then your mind can go haywire. So what I do is I practice it, but I practice the gist of it and then deliver. And there are things that one has to learn as a public speaker. One thing is, number one, as I said, audience. If you don't know your audience, you are finished. Then number two, how to handle the audience. How to handle the guys who disturb you. My favorite way of doing it is just stop and keep silent for a couple of seconds. And then the people who are disturbing or who are not attentive, they get the message, right? So that's one thing. Then the delivery. The delivery has to be perfect. Sometimes you fall back. There are times that I have fallen back. But you should be able to immediately recover and get back to the audience. So those are things that by being a performer, one can sort of eradicate all the negatives. Because generally what happens is public speakers, they don't perform. They just come and deliver a lecture. But when you're performing, the body language, the eye contact, all those things matter. That's how I transform my performance from a mega stage to a smaller platform.
Nimal, we know you for your incredible ability to capture the energy of icons like Tom Jones. You picked Delilah for us today. What is it about the drama and power of this classic that keeps you coming back to it, even after all these years?
Delilah was a song that was a challenge to me, right? Because number one, he sings it on A minor, and most singers couldn't sing it on A minor. Today I sing it on G minor because I'm older now, but this particular track, I sang it on A minor, and that was the challenge that I achieved milestone there, because it's very difficult to sing Tom Jones. I mean, I can't imitate him. If I say I sound like Tom Jones, it's a load of blocks, right? Because I haven't heard anyone in this world imitating Tom Jones. But Engelbert has been imitated by so many. Today, I still don't imitate him, but I try to be myself. Even with Tom Jones's songs, I try to be myself. There was a time that I used to try to imitate because when I was younger, that time people wanted to listen. This guy sounds like Engelbert, or this guy sounds like Tom Jones. But now it is a different scenario altogether. People want to be themselves. Their originality matters.
Let's listen to Nimal Jayamanne's version of Delilah.
I saw the light on the night that I passed by her window. I saw the flickering shadows of love on her blind. She was my woman,
Welcome back to Timeless Voices. We are honored to have the veteran singer Nimal Jayamanne with us in the studio today. We have been discussing the craft behind his iconic hits, and in a moment we'll be featuring another one of his timeless favorites. Stay with us as we continue to celebrate a true icon of the industry. Throughout your career, you have worked alongside many legendary figures. Who are the artists or collaborators who have had the most profound impact on your craft? And how do you carry those lessons forward when mentoring or interacting with younger emerging musicians today?
Yeah, as I said, Ramesh, my role models were Tom Jones and Engelbert. They were my main role models. And locally, Desmond De Silva. That is why when I sing an English song, I have the English diction. And when it comes to Sinhala, I don't sound half English, half Sinhala. I sound like Sinhala. That's something that I learned from Desmond. Desmond had that bite, that throw in his voice when he was singing Bailan, right? I think he was the only guy, besides after that it was Sunil Pereira. When I started singing, he was the only guy who had that kind of bang when he sang, right? From the very first note, he had that throw, and anybody would want to listen to him. When he sang English, he sang like an Englishman. But when he sang Sinhala, that's what I learned. And today, when I started teaching English and started learning the phonetic sounds, how to pronounce, how to phrase, and so on, I have come one step further when it comes to English. But when it comes to Sinhala, it's a different ball game altogether. Your pronunciation and diction has to be completely different. So that is where I can say Desmond, Mariazel, and myself, we had that edge over the others were in both languages.
The music industry has shifted from physical records to digital streaming and global accessibility. Do you believe this digital transformation has helped or hindered the heart of the music you hold dear?
Well, it has. Digitalization is a good thing. Those days we used to have vinyls, then went into spool tapes, then to cassettes, then to CDs, and now it's digitalized. Well, it helps, but have you heard that vinyls are back? Vinyls are back because the amount of clarity, the depth in those vinyls and spool tapes are not there. Digitally, you can do anything, but the authenticity is seen in the vinyls and spool tapes. Even CDs, after some time, it gets corrupted. Vinyls, as long as it's preserved properly, and spool tapes can stay for a long, long time. So, where the music industry is concerned, yes, digitalization has helped in so many ways. But whether it's long lasting, see, as long as the advancement of science takes place and technologies keep changing, you don't know what you're in for the next year.
You are listening to Timeless Voices on Radio Sri Lanka. It is a wonderful Saturday morning to look back at the golden era of music. I'm sitting here with Nimal Jayamanne, and we are just getting into the heart of his experiences in the industry. Whether you are at home or on the move, we are glad to have you with us for this special feature. Nimal, behind every great song is a story of personal perseverance. Could you share a moment or a period, musically speaking, in your career that was particularly challenging, and how that experience changed your perspective on your life's work?
Musically, I think I've never been a full-time singer. The only time that I became a full-time singer was after I became popular with Ranpota Telumbua. For about 4 or 5 years I did music professionally, but all the time I was working somewhere else, and I loved my work. I've done a lot of jobs which are not related to music. I've been a marine apprentice, then a hotelier, then a travel agent, then I was a cargo handler. I started a cargo company in Bahrain with a friend of mine, and then back in Sri Lanka I was a cargo manager. Then I went back to music, and then at some stage a friend of mine said, "Why don't you teach English?" So I said, "I can't teach English, I can speak English." When she said, okay, in that case, she was doing these spoken English classes, and she said, come and just listen to it. So I went and said, okay, that I'll do. I listened and found that she was correcting them, but didn't address the grammatical areas. So that's it. I told myself, okay, grammar, I like that. So I went back home, found my old books, English with a Smile, which we used to do it in school. But I didn't know that the grammar had changed. And then I went and qualified myself to be a teacher. After that, there were challenges all the time. It was not just one challenge. It was always, I want to do something new, something, even now, at this age, I can't stay at home. All the time I'm doing something. I'm either in the garden, or I'm cooking, or I'm teaching. You see, it keeps me going. It keeps me going because I'm not a person who can, some people would consider me as a workaholic. I don't know. Maybe I am. But that's how, you see, I love challenges. About a year ago, I was managing a hotel in Kalpitia. After a long time, I was rusty when I took over that place. It was a challenge. So I went and studied the whole thing and moved on. So I love challenges. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with all these things.
Wonderful. As they say, idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Obviously.
Reflecting on your formative years, Nimal, how did the institution of Radio Ceylon, which served as such a powerful cultural beacon, actively inspire or enhance the development of Sri Lankan pop music during that era?
Well, good question, Ramesh. Good question. Radio Ceylon, as I know, as I remember, was the only station in Sri Lanka, and we broadcast it to the entire Asia. There were listeners in India, if I remember right, and Singapore, who used to request during the request programs. And it gave me such satisfaction to listen to our local artists being aired on Radio Ceylon. English commercial service it was called at that time. And people like Vijay Korea, Leon Billet, Jimmy Baruja, Nihal Bharati, it goes on. And those presenters, especially Vijay Korea used to play all the Sinhala stuff, Calypso stuff. And it was because of him that people like Moonstones, Dharmaratha Brothers, Blabambas, and all these Calypso bands and Sinhala pop bands, I would say, got exposure throughout the country. Those were the days we used to have a party at the drop of a coin. A lot of burger families were there, and then practically every house at weekends, we had a house dance. And I remember when I was with the Moonsonics, we used to play for house dances. And during 71, the insurrection time, there was a curfew that goes on till morning. So we had curfew dances. Right? So music industry was booming, although with all the restrictions, it was still booming. And I take my hat off for promoting original compositions of the local artists. May it be, let it be Sinhala or English. There were English originals as well. They promoted those. Even today, I must say, Radio Sri Lanka is the only station which airs local artists. And I'm proud to say that local artists should be thankful to Radio Sri Lanka for that.
We appreciate that very much, Nimal. Thank you very much. You selected the Engelbert Humperdinck classic, After the Loving. It is such a sophisticated, soulful piece. When you perform or listen to this, what is the specific emotional space you are hoping to invite the listeners into?
Well, it's a story by itself, Ramesh. I first heard it when I was in the Maldives. One of the guests requested that on karaoke. Of course, karaoke, you don't expect the guests to come and do a good version. But then I listened to the song and I thought, okay, this is a nice song. Because it was about how this man, after the loving, how he still loved his lover. Most of the time, people would turn the other side and sleep. But in this case, it was, the story was, I still love you. After the loving, I still love you. That was the gist of the song. So I thought, okay, it's a nice song, nice feeling. And I somehow learned the song and I sang it with the karaoke in the Maldives. And people appreciated it.
Must have gone down a treat.
Yeah.
So I sing you to sleep after the loving, the song I just wrote yesterday. And I hope you can hear
what the words and the music have to say. It's hard to explain everything that I'm feeling face to face. I just seem to go dry. But I love you so much that the sound of your voice can get me high. Thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. And thanks for turning me into a someone. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. Yes, after the loving, I'm still in love with you. After the loving, I'm still in love with you.
Welcome back to the show. You are tuned into Timeless Voices, where today we are traversing the musical landscape of Nimal Jayamanne. We've covered his early inspirations, and now we are looking at what the future holds for this legendary artist. Nimal, you enjoyed a career that many only dream of, and your name is forever linked to the success of Ranpota Telambua. Yet, you've been candid about moving away from the singular music industry despite the status as a household name. However, throughout these years, your devotion to Western music has remained completely unshaken. You often said, "I've never quit the Western music scene and I never will." I find that so admirable, that even as your professional life evolved into corporate training and lecturing, your first love remained a constant pillar. What is it about the spirit of Western music that provides you with such lasting satisfaction, and what drives that resolute, endearing commitment to keep performing regardless of the changing tides of the industry?
Romesh, do we forget our parents? No, we don't. If we forget our parents, then we are not human beings. In the same way, there is something that every person remembers as his first love. Maybe a person, it may be a kind of a profession, or it may be a hobby. So if that person remembers that throughout his life, he will always, at some stage, when he has to cling on to something, he will cling on to that first love. It's the same thing that is happening with me. I mean, I love my Sinhala songs. I love the bailas. Some ballads I do love. As I said, my first role model was J. Milton Pereira. I still love the older Sinhala songs. But when I sing an English ballad, I live the song. I live that song and I am completely absorbed in it, and vice versa. So it'll never die away. I'll always be a Western singer. I'll always be a Western singer, and I will always also be a baila singer.
Looking ahead, Nimal, what projects are currently occupying your creative energy? Is there a particular message or a style of music you still feel a burning desire to explore as you continue your musical journey?
Yes and no. Yes is I would like to still explore the possibilities of fine-tuning my English songs, English pronunciation especially, because when you sing an English song, it has to sound like English. If it is a calypso type of thing, yes, fine. People ask, why are you trying to be a Suddha? So I say, if you are singing a Western song, then you have to have the Western diction and Western pronunciation. But if you are singing a Sinhala song, you have to sing it like a Sinhalese. But, for example, now people who sing calypso, they have their own way of pronouncing. Now, Harry Belafonte, for example, he doesn't sing like a Britisher. He sings like... Now, for example, we have M.S. Fernando singing, I catching fish, I selling fish, I'm a fisherman. He says, I'm a fisherman. So, fine, that's fine. But I also can do that. To me, I would like to do it the way I want. I can do it. But that is one thing. Number two, I want to still keep on fine-tuning my lecturing and English corporate training. Those are areas that I love to impart knowledge to others.
Nimal, this final selection is incredibly special as it features your daughter. Before we listen, tell us, what did it mean for you to record Epathathiyanna, and what does it feel like to share this particular musical bond with the next generation?
To tell you very frankly, we were to do this song by myself. I got the concept of it from the song Daddy Don't You Walk So Fast by Wayne Newton. And when I did it, halfway through, I told the producer, I said, why don't we sing this particular part? Get the child to sing this. My elder daughter was only 8 years old then. We were recording it at the Elect in Mount Lavinia. I was at Dehiwala. Went back home and brought my daughter. And I said, okay, Puta, just sing this line. She just sang it. Perfect. So Dayananda Pereira, who was the recordist, he said, you don't have to change anything, just let it be. And rather, it didn't become a hit really because the producer of the cassette we should have focused on it then and there. The title he gave it was Adare Rehan Bindi, but it should have been Epathathiyanna and it should have been the title song of the cassette. It didn't catch on, unfortunately. But still, when I listen to the song Daddy Don't You Walk So Fast, I still have a lump in my throat. It's a very meaningful song.
Nimal Jayamanne, thank you for joining us today on Timeless Voices. It has been an absolute privilege to journey through your music and your memories. You have reminded us all today why the classics remain timeless. It is because they are built on a foundation of genuine heart and unwavering dedication to the craft.
Thank you very much, Ramesh. I must thank you and Radio Sri Lanka for inviting me. And I'm very thankful. I wish Radio Sri Lanka all the very best in your future endeavors. And hopefully we'll hear more of Sri Lankan talent on regular programs, because that's something that no other station presents. That's something that you are doing for the local industry. Let's hope and pray in time there'll be more songs of local artists aired on regular programs, and so that they will also have a better local listenership. Because, I mean, let me say this. We are from the old school and we listen to the listeners of SLBC or Radio Sri Lanka. Mostly 90 to 95% are older folk like us. If you bring in local artists, they will love it, because those songs are, it's nostalgia. So I would rather plead with the authorities of Radio Sri Lanka to bring back those songs and air them for the benefit of the listeners.
We appreciate your kind words, Nimal, and thank you very much once again for taking the time to come and talk to us.
My pleasure, Ramesh, my pleasure. And thank you very much again hope everything will be fine and wish you all the best.
For those of you who would like to revisit this conversation or catch up on our previous features with other legendary artists, you can find the full library of timeless voices available on the official Radio Sri Lanka YouTube channel. I must also extend a sincere thank you to my production team for their tireless efforts in bringing this program to life each week. We strive to ensure every story and every song resonates with the quality you have come to expect. We hope this morning's session has provided the perfect soundtrack to your Saturday. Do join us again next week as we sit down with another icon for a fresh conversation on timeless voices. I'm Ramesh Piris, wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead. Keep the music alive and stay tuned to Radio Sri Lanka.
සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා කඩිසර ගමනින් දෙපා තබද්දී සිඟිති හඬක් ඇසුණා කඩිසර ගමනින් දෙපා තබද්දී සිඟිති හඬක් ඇසුණා
එපා තාත්ති යන්න ආපසු හැරිලා එන්න
මගේ පුංචි දුව එහෙම කියද්දී සිතට දුකක් දැනුණා ආදරේ රැහෙන් බිඳී මාගියේ ඔබෙන් මිදී යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා අමතක කෙරුවද අපි අත ගත්තේ දෙවියන් අභියසදී අමතක කෙරුවද අපි අත ගත්තේ දෙවියන් අභියසදී
එපා තාත්ති යන්න ආපසු හැරිලා එන්න
මගේ පුංචි දුව යලි අප දෙදෙනා එකතු කළා හඬදී ආදරේ රැහෙන් බිදී ආගියේ ඔබෙන් මිදී යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා ආදරේ රැහෙන් බිඳී මාගියේ ඔබෙන් මිදී යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා යලි නොම එන්නට සිත සනසන්නට ඈත බිමක් සොයලා